Hello and welcome, this is Melskinner, and we're back with some more Unity of Command. In the last video, I decided that I wanted to move on to Army Group Center after completing my second scenario under Army Group South. Let's go ahead and read the mission because I don't think I've done that yet. Dramatic success at Minsk has brought the German armor to the banks of the river within just 2 weeks. The infantry is lagging behind, however, and a continued push to Smolensk is looking to be a challenge. So we are pretty significantly outnumbered in the infantry, but we do have a pretty strong amount of armor. We have 2 air attack, which I believe is the first time we've had more than just 1, and we have 1 bridge available. I don't know if there's going to be a limit to how many air attacks we can do, but I guess we'll find out once we actually jump into the mission. So let's start this scenario. We're not doing too bad in prestige, so we could spend some, but I'm not sure if this is going to be the scenario to do that. Okay, let's take a look at our objectives here. Advance swiftly, but always make sure your rear areas are safe for supply. The rail bridge to the east of that place is to be repaired at the first opportunity. So we only have 1 bridge available. So we have 9 turns to get a victory, 7 for decisive, and then a brilliant victory is always the same. We have to capture every objective on time. Scenario notes. On turn 2, 4 infantry divisions will arrive at the crossing east and southeast of that place. Further 3 divisions will have crossed that place between that place and that place at the same time to assist with the river crossings. Okay, so we're going to have some things going on here. Let's find our 1 objective. So, rail bridge at the east of this location is to be repaired at the first opportunity. So the east of that location. So we'll try and find that location. So first, there it is. So the bridge to the east. Are they destroyed? Because they look like they're in perfect repair. Well, I guess the enemy may blow it up, I guess. I'm not really sure what they're talking about. Because all the bridges I see are intact. I guess it's this one that's maybe broken. But east is over this way. So I'm not really sure what they're talking about there. Maybe there's a bridge down here somewhere. Yeah, all the bridges seem intact. Alright, whatever. Maybe they will blow it up. Alright, let's take a look at our objectives, though. We do have some enemy already cut off, I'm noticing. But let's take a look at our objectives. We have to get this by turn 2, so that's going to be requiring us to push pretty hard. But now we have turn 4, turn 5, turn 5. And we have another turn 5 up here. So the other objectives we don't have to really push as hard, but may still be required. Because look at all these woods here. That's probably going to be nightmarish to get through. Okay, well, let's take a look. We do have a couple units here with a specialist squad. So, I believe this is artillery. Yeah, okay. We also have anti-tank. All right, so there's a lot of specialist squads that my enemy has available now. We have some engineers that I'm seeing. We also have an armored car. Some more engineers up there. Okay. Thug 3. Alright, so where do we start? Well, again, we want to push here first. We do have a bridge crossing right in front of us that we do have control over, so we could get across it. We do have to get this fairly quickly, so maybe pushing on that early would be a good idea. We do have a lot of tanks available, but not a lot of infantry. So this could be really challenging. Like these guys here could cut us off from supply without really having to work too hard at it. Speaking of supply, let's take a look at that. As we have found out from our previous battles, cutting the enemy off from supply is a pretty important thing to do. I don't know how easy that's going to be, though. Because the main way I see supply coming, we have here and here, rail line. So this rail line here is the important thing. And then we have here, and it would be this rail line here, that's the important one. The problem is, I don't really see an easy way of cutting these guys off. Here is maybe easy, but we've got enemy all in our way. A lot of them are entrenched, so maybe difficult to push past them. I honestly think my air attack should be focused on this guy, so we can try and break his entrenchment as quickly as possible, and try and push through with our tanks to get in onto our objective. We may even be able to get that on turn 1. My other objectives, I'm not really sure. We're just so spread out and we don't have very much infantry around. It can be challenging for us, so we'll have to see. These guys aren't really cut off from supply yet. They're cut off from supply now, but it hasn't registered for them yet, so they're going to still have zone of controls, I would imagine. No, they don't. All right. We have zone of controls all up here, which is going to slow us down a bit. Most of our infantry is up in the north. Okay. Well, again, I think we focus here, and I think this is going to be our airstrike target. Unless I see something better. Problem is, most everybody is entrenched, except that we have a couple guys here that aren't entrenched. We're having to attack across the river to get that. How effective are you? 3-3. So not as quite as effective as our other infantry. All we have here is reinforcements. We can't really... It seems like the cost of things are really going up, because this used to cost 200, now it's costing 400. We've got anti-air, another Stug 3, and then we've got another armored car. Okay. Alright, well, as I said, this looks like an avenue for pushing. I'm going to go ahead and go with the air attack. You never know what you're going to get with this stuff, though. Do we dare do our second one on the same guy? The other place I would think about attacking is here, so we can get across this river. And I could smash this armor that's in our way. This is our next location we have to get, though, so attacking along the center line here may be worth it. That's artillery again. I just want to be reminding myself what that symbol is, because we haven't seen it much before. We do have engineers here, so we can break entrenchment, so we may not need that kind of thing. We have engineers here, too. Maybe I can get away with using engineers to help me break through this guy's entrenchment, now that I've softened him up a little bit. If we do our air attack here, though, it's not going to have good odds. I don't really have an idea of where else I'd want to do the air attack. What would it look like if I did it down here? It should be good odds. Alright, just an attempt to try and cross this river. I am going to hit here. Okay. The same result in both locations. Not really what I was looking for up here. I was looking for the break of the breach, but I think that's a low chance of happening. So we could use our engineers to try and get through this guy. Problem with that is it would stop our tank drive, which I really don't want to do. So we could push hard here. Wow, I can't even cross the river. So it looks like these three are going to be the only ones that can even cross the river. Maybe we can't even do that. Okay. It's going to be a little bit more challenging than I had initially thought to get across this river. Probably because of the woods. The woods are probably cutting down. Let's take a look at the terrain. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we've got marsh in front of it, and then we've got woods. So as much as we can cross the bridge here, these guys don't have enough movement points to get there, which is really slowing things down for me. All right, well, maybe I should have looked at the train before we got started. Train's going to be really difficult, especially in the north. All right, so this tank can get there, but it's crossing the river to do it. I don't know if I like that. I mean, honestly, it's going to be almost the same thing regardless of how we do this. So, in this case, I'm going to go ahead and move. Interesting. So we're not using the bridge at all. Is that bridge broken? Shouldn't be. No, it's there. All right, well, we'll move this tank up, see what it can do. It will still have movement points left because it's not being hitting zone of control. Okay, we have a chance to kill him. Got an overrun, which is really good. We didn't do as much damage as we were supposed to. All right, so if I click on this guy now, yeah, I'm not able to use the bridge at all. So weird. All right, well, let me focus on the tank here. So the tank could move up and try and knock out the units that's sitting on the city. The problem with that, though, is we may even get cut off from supply here fairly easily. I mean, all the enemy would have to do is step down to here to where the bridge is. I can't stop them from doing that. Well, I guess I can move this guy up to stop that. So this is the safer move then, moving here. And we can try and wipe this guy out. Oops. Okay. And then this guy can move here. And we could even use our extra movement to get a little further. Matter of fact, hold on. What about you? You can go there. Okay, what about you? You can't. All right, so we can solidify this spot on the bridge, preventing the enemy from coming in behind my tank and stopping them. So I think this is the good move to do. Okay. And then my tank is gonna move here or here. Honestly, both of them are probably valid spots, because I'm going to move this guy across the river, so he'll hold this spot. So the enemy, even if it doesn't move down into this spot, I should still have... I don't know, if I move there, I wouldn't have it, would I? Alright, we'll move here, just for safety's sake. We should have another attack here. It's not going to be a strong one, but we breached him, so that's good. I guess I can move here. I would have been alright with a move there, but we've kind of got what we wanted out of this engagement. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get enough men there to take it, but I think follow-up turn will be fine. I'm just now noticing that this unit has very little strength, only 3. We may want to reinforce. But for now, I'm just going to move up to here. We're going to hold this rail line. And it's not really going to cut these guys off too badly from supply, unless the woods really limits things. Maybe it will. As a matter of fact, I'm putting my guys out of supply. So we need to capture the rail line now. That's going to be another objective. So we need to capture all of this. I don't think we're going to be able to pull it off, but we will try nonetheless. So we have a bridge right in front of us here. Let me see what we can do as far as movement with this tank. So I could move here. So I do have a possibility, because I can move here. I don't know if this guy can get there. It looks like he's... might be able to. I'm guessing the woods is stopping him here. But we could move this guy up into this area here. We could attack this guy. Have the tank do the same thing. And then we have a fairly good chance of capturing this part of the rail line. The second guy, though, and this bridge, and I'm guessing this is the bridge that they want us to rebuild. Again, that's to the west of the city, but whatever. Because this is the rail line, and I think that's why it's so important. So that's why we have to rebuild it as quickly as possible. Maybe I should go with this move first. I mean, because I'm going to get stopped here regardless of what I'm doing. And I don't know if my motorized guy is going to have much attack power enough to really do the damage we need. So I'm going to move here. We'll hit this guy. We breached him and messed him up. So this guy's going to move here and then finish this guy off. We've got a high chance of overrunning, so we'll get another attack. So I'll hit... I mean, it's just about the same. Actually, no, this one's easier to do damage to. Breach that guy. Fortunately, I can't really get where I want, which is right here. We can wipe this guy out, though. So I'm going to do so. That way we have a chance of... And it does let me move up into this, so we can start capturing this rail line. We're not going to get it this turn, because we have this guy in the way. But we are doing a decent job of maybe cutting these guys off from supply, although I doubt it. We're putting ourselves into a position of no supply, but what can you do? Okay. So the center went pretty well. We moved all right. I haven't done anything here yet, but not really sure what to do. We really do need to murder these guys so that they don't just cut my supply lines easily. We're going to get slowed down by the river anyway, so in this case, I think these two units can try and take out these guys here. So I'm going to move... woods really slow you down, huh? And I'll move here. Should be able to move out of the woods after we do the attack. Okay. Let's just finish this guy, because he actually does have a realistic possibility of cutting off our supply lines. Okay. I could cross a bridge here and start moving. Probably going to get cut off from supply if I do that. So I don't know if that's particularly wise. Let's move here. Again, we need to get the rail lines captured here if we want any kind of success. So I'm going to try and push across where we can. I can do 3 damage there, I can do 3 damage there. We have no chance of moving him at all. We attack here. Whereas this guy, we have a little bit of a chance. Well, we have a strong chance of getting him to retreat. I really don't think I should cross the river this turn, though, because I just am not in a very good, solid position. So let's hit this guy instead. Let's wipe him out. Let's see if we can capture some of this rail line to help us out. Because if we can link all this junk together, then these guys will start being in supply. So it'll help me out dramatically. So I'll go ahead and hit this guy. Breached him. That's good. Okay, I'm still not sure what to do down here and over here. Like, these guys are just really problematic for me to deal with. And so easily can they cut off my supply. Alright. So, yeah, I'm gonna have you hooked down here. And attack this guy. Okay. I really don't know what conquered means. That's one of the things that I hadn't figured out yet, because I hadn't really seen it before. But this guy, he's also conquered. And to move up here. Destroyed him. Okay. And we'll use this guy to take out this infantry here. Got an overrun, which is good. Means we can keep pushing. Not gonna do that just yet. So I had to use my infantry to mop these guys up to a certain extent down here, rather than push, which has slowed us down a little bit. Find me where the bridge is. So we're sitting across the bridge right now. I'm gonna go ahead and come up here with the goal of eventually getting the rest of this rail line, and also making sure that we control the bridge. Kill that guy. Okay. Now let's look to push a little bit here. So again, I want to capture the rail line. So I'm going to move here to capture it. This, we are not going to be able to do anything with this turn, but maybe in the future. As a matter of fact, I can almost get there. We could use this guy, though, to fill holes. We also have this guy that can do the... Not really, but we can try and fill holes if we are able to get rail line, but not able to move into it. So in this case, we're going to be entering a zone of control, which is going to limit us, but we'll be able to annihilate that unit. Okay. Now, this is the problem where zone of control is going to be a real issue for us. Well, again, we want to capture rail line, so I'm going to move here and try and knock this guy back. I think we have a fairly good chance of killing him, but unfortunately we get locked because of the damn zone of control. I can move a little bit with my extra movement point, but it doesn't really allow me to move anywhere that helps me too much. So now that we've got that, we only have this one spot left where we could get rail to all these guys down here. I mean, at least start getting it there. So... you're kind of limited on where you can go. We have to hit this guy because he's in the way of the others. I'm honestly not sure if we're going to be able to push as much as I'd like. Okay, he did move. Unfortunately, that didn't really help because he moved kind of in my way. But yeah, we can still... Oh, you know what? We have another attack. Let's murder him. Got another overrun there. So we could move this guy. Okay, now we're into where I want to be. Let's have this guy move here, so we can attack to try and capture the rail line. Reached him and get him to retreat, though, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, we're really close to having this rail line. Okay. So I can move here and capture this bit of rail line and also control the river. The problem is I can't, I guess I could have done that with this guy too. I can't really control the city, which is the bit of the rail line that we need to finish this off. I think I'm going to keep this infantry kind of in this area so that I can deal with the infantry that's down here if I need to. But this guy I'll move up. We've got bridges here. I think we did a pretty good job in the south of moving along here. We're not that far away from getting the rail line and getting our supply going, so I'm pretty happy about that. The tricky thing is next turn we're going to be in a world of hurt here. I think I am going to try and reinforce this guy. I'm going to spend the prestige to do it. I don't know how much prestige we're going to get in this particular mission, but having a guy like this so weak, I think is going to be a problem. So we'll give him all 3 pips. We should be able to get 800 prestige if we're, you know, doing our job. Which honestly, I think we can capture this next turn, so we'll be on task for that. And I think we got good progress, at least down here, to be able to capture our other objectives. This is going to be the real trial, so let's see if we can push here now. Okay, so their tanks are really, it's defense that's going to be the problem for us. So it's going to be harder to push past a tank than it is going to be infantry. So in that regard, we do have engineers here, which will help me. And I'd rather them go after infantry than otherwise. So my goal here is to push past. We may be able to body up on this guy and get our engineers a little further along, but I'm not positive of that. So I think I'm just going to move my engineers here. All right, we only get 1 attack, but maybe we can breach him. We just did, so that was perfect. Let's go ahead and move our infantry that's furthest back. And hit him again. Okay. Now weak, so we can move past him. Fortunately, rain is only so fast we can move, but let's break their control more or less. So I'm going to move up here. We're going to smash this guy. Okay, we didn't really do what I wanted, but we can move past him. Alternatively, I move here just so that they can't get at my supply, which is something they may be able to do. So I don't think I'm going to attack here because it would be bad odds for me. But I'm going to, at the very least, put a body in that direction. I'm not sure if he could squeeze through here, but I'm going to give him that gap if he wants to take it, because I do want to move my infantry a little further along. But I'm not going to attack the entrenched guys. I would have preferred to kill this guy, but we did get good progress here. It's going to be slow on this front, which is why this objective is turn 5. But I think we can do it. Now, we can rebuild this, so we should just start, in my opinion. I hope I put that in the right spot. Now I'm not sure I did. Well, that sucks if that's not in the spot that we needed it, because that just screwed me hardcore. I thought I put it in the right spot. Alright, well, there's nothing we can do about it now. This is more or less hardcore mode. There's no reloading save, so if I messed up, I messed up, and that's that. Alright, well, one turn, because I don't think there's anything else to be done. Maybe I couldn't have built the bridge here because I didn't have that control, and I accidentally just screwed up and used the only bridge we had. If that's the case, I don't know how we're going to be able to win this one. Because we really needed that rail line to connect in. Alright. Wait. There is an undo. Yeah, see, it's only infantry, so I just screwed up. I built the bridge in the wrong spot. There's nothing I can do about that. I can't reload a mission. Once I make a mistake like that, it's over. I saw the blue circle, and I just assumed that I could build a bridge there, but see, now I see you can build the bridge multiple times in the one spot, which I've never seen before. So, my mistake. And I've just hosed myself as a result. So I should have been more patient there and waited until we had control, but I saw the blue circle, so... Okay, that tank tried to cut me off, but didn't really pull it off. Okay, they're trying to put bodies here to stop me, but I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, I'm pretty upset about that, because I don't know how we're going to get supply in this area now. Normally, we would have this whole line here. But this is kind of the problem with this campaign. You make a mistake like that, there's nothing you can do about it, because it literally is. It's hardcore mode. There are no do-overs. You get one save file, everything's auto-saved, and you just kind of have to live with it. So yeah, I think I've just screwed this scenario hardcore because of that one mistake. Because now these guys are going to be out of supply the entire time I'm pushing here. And it would have been so easy to do otherwise. It's the limit of only having one bridge, too. That's the problem. I can only make that mistake one time. Alright, well, what are we going to do here? Well, now this rail line doesn't matter at all because I can't complete it. Man. How quickly your dreams just fall apart. Okay, so... this tank is a problem, but to deal with it, I'd have to move back. They have cut off my supply, so everybody back here is out of supply, so I was saying that they didn't cut me off here. I was worried about these units and their ability to cut me off, and that's exactly what happened. And I don't think there would have been anything I could have done about it. Well, let's move up. Let's hit this guy. We have a very high chance of overrunning, so that we can then attack this guy. But unfortunately, he retreated into the one spot we don't want him to retreat to. Well, we'll just have to hold then, because we do have still movement points. You are going to come in here and mop up these guys, so... kill. Kill. Okay, that's taken care of. I'm probably going to have to move infantry back to take care of this tank. There we go. Alright. I mean, it sucks that we have to do that, but it is what it is. I'm gonna really hope that we can pull this off. We do have a force pool now, and we can get more units in, but... yeah, that mistake right there. Now, we should be able to kill this guy, no problem. I just don't know what this is gonna be like, because we're gonna be out of supply in this northern section the entire time now. And I think it's gonna grind my advance to a halt. All right, well, these guys are in supply, so we'll do what we can here. So 2 attack, 2 attack, 2 damage. We'll just go ahead and hit this guy. And these rail lines don't connect, so there's no way for me to fix that mistake. Well, 3 on 3 might be alright for us. We may have to reroute some of my guys to the south so that they can get back in supply. I'll move here. 2, 3. Let's do this damage. Got him to retreat. See if we can break this guy. Go. Capture this rail line. I don't know what the point of that is because we don't have supply anymore and we have no way of getting that. I would have had my guys focus on capturing this rail line and I could have very easily done that this turn, but now it doesn't matter because I built the bridge in the wrong spot. I mean, I could try and link the rail line, see if it makes a difference, but I don't think it will. I mean, that was a boneheaded mistake on my end, but you know, it's an understandable one because, I mean, heck. There was a blue circle there. I thought that meant I could build a bridge, but I should have known better because in other instances where I've done things like that, you usually have to have control of both sides of the river. So I should have known better. It's just one of those situations where I wasn't thinking. Let's move in here. Okay. So let's start using our air power here. I'll try and go where I have high odds, see if I can make holes. There we go. Ryan. At this point, we're not going to be in supply anyway, so it really doesn't matter if we maintain our supply. Let's just try and find a hole and do something with it. Got overrun. Not sure I'm going to use it just yet. We're going to have to be the person that takes advantage of got in front of us. Okay. I may be able to cut this guy off from supply, but he's going to be out of supply anyway, so what does it matter? It's tempting to hit here. But honestly, I don't think it does me much good. I'm just going to take casualties. But they might be able to fall back. All right, I'll do it. All right, that actually worked out. And we'll move up here. Keep moving. Okay. So, I mean, we're moving. It's just we're going to be out of supply eventually as we do the movement. Okay. So we reacquired our supply lines here. Why are we having so much difficulty with these bridges? It's like they all have marshes behind them. All right, you know what? This is a good point to go ahead and put a cut in the video. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner signing out.